another edition of Bargain Bin Gear. As you'll recall, and hopefully you're subscribing and liking the videos, because I often refer to older videos. Well, remember in the past I got this Fender Princeton Chorus amp, and it had a rip in the Tolex. Right, very small, but still. Those little small rips in the Tolex, if not taken care of, can end up being big rips in the Tolex. Right? So I took care of it with a little tube of super glue. Right? Now it's not going to be this magic, vinyl, make it look like new types thing. But it should solve the problem, so, well, we can take a look at it here. Okay, here's the Fender Princeton Chorus I got not long ago, and as you'll recall, it's got torn Tolex right there. There it is. So I picked up this. Here's a old glue, super glue. I should probably buy a new one, but anyway, here's an old one. So we'll try to fix this here. Okay, there we go. I've glued it back on. Not bad. I mean, a lot better than the ripped Tolex. And hopefully that will keep the Tolex from ripping any further here. Not bad. Let's see it from a distance. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So there it is. There we go, that'll keep it from ripping. I've also had to do this on the Bagheera V5, right there I think. Yeah, right there. I had to do a similar thing. I use super glue and a torn Tolex right there. And as you'll recall, I had to do it on this little orange mini cabinet right there. Lower right hand corner. Also had to do it on this Fender Rumble 25. Right there, lower middle, right there. Right, turned out pretty good. So obviously this super glue does wonders for torn Tolex. Now, granted, this isn't kind of a, you've seen those commercials for replacing vinyl and stuff like that. It's nothing like that, but what it will do is make it look okay, and more importantly, will stop the Tolex from ripping any further. Okay, so that's taken care of. By the way, another update was the Soulman MIDI controller I had ordered. should have been here by now, but of course was delayed by USPS. And not only that, not only are they late, but keep in mind this is Thanksgiving, right? So they're closed, tomorrow, not delivering. So basically I'm not going to see that Soul Man MIDI controller until next week, basically. Though, it was estimated that it would arrive this week. By the way, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And I hope you're having a nice Thanksgiving. And I'm having a great Thanksgiving, and so is Mitty right here. He had a full can of Friskies, cat food, and later he's getting a can of tuna for his Thanksgiving. Right, maybe? Okay. So, basically, I've been trying to make this cubby hole of amplifiers and things that I can choose to play when I'm sitting on the couch. And basically, so far, it includes a Fender Super Champ X2, a Bugera V5, a little orange cabinet, and those kinds of things. And the way I did it was thinking, what would be one of the simplest setups that I have, something I can go play somewhere for, like a coffee house or something, right, where I could get the sounds that I kind of wanted. And believe it or not, one of the things is the Nux MG300, which I had bought a long time ago. It was less than $100 used, and it turns out it's pretty darn good. It includes a looper and things. In fact, when I did the loops on it, I knew that it was pretty decent quality, because I was so used to playing my shortboard with all my pedals and things and the looper, that when it came time to turn off a loop, I went to the small pedal board forgetting I was playing the little Nux MG300. Highly recommended. I mean, the sounds are really pretty darn good, especially for amp modeling. Okay, so I thought about it, and besides the, let me see if I can grab it here. Okay, besides my little battery-operated Joyo bass amp, the MA10B, right here, little battery portable jobby, serves as a bass amp, but also a guitar amp. I mean, guitar sounds pretty darn good. I also have a guitar version of this, which is pretty good, but doesn't have the bass capabilities. So in any case, take this out of the equation. It simply isn't loud enough to really, play a small coffee house and things. So, the next step up for me in my setup is to use this mutating two of these little jobbies. Look at that. Alright, little cabinet, tiny cabinet. Right? And so what is it, the PC 108 or something like that? Right, little tiny pup. However, don't discount it as far as sound goes, because it really sounds great. Now remember, I was saying kind of a small setup, right? As small and simple as possible. So pedal board wise, for sounds and things, we've got the Nux, right here. Very simple, very inexpensive, very small. Okay, next up though is to use the Harley Benton Thunder 99, right? Power amp pedal, right? That is the coolest pedal ever. It's like having two power amps in here, and they're in stereo. So you have your input here, output there. The output goes directly to those little orange cabinets, right? And the inputs here, and here, are coming from the Nux. Okay, and I was very happy with the sound of the Harley Benton. You know, I think it's like 50 watts or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, it's plenty loud, right? Just very nice. The little orange cabinets don't disappoint either. So all that was fine. Now, as I played the Nux and switched to the bass emulation, basically just using an octaver, those kinds of things, I would run that into a bass amp, right? And this is where problems developed, right? I was sitting, playing a coffee house at a pretty decent volume, nothing crazy. And I found that the existing bass amp was just not quite cutting it. Unfortunately. That's really sad to me. And that is the Fender Rumble 15. Right, I think it's got like a 6-inch bass amp. 6-inch speaker, sorry, for the bass amp. And I'll show it to you here. Here it is. And you can see the controls and so on. Right? And it's really inexpensive as well. It's under $100 new, I believe. Something like that. And this one was fairly new. And I thought, well, it's okay. However, for the volumes and things, unfortunately, it doesn't really give you an authentic, at least for me, what I consider an authentic bass sound. It kind of pops and can distort very easily. I mean, we're talking the speaker distorts, right? But I liked it because of its size, it's small, and would fit perfectly for this kind of thing. However, when it came down to the sound quality, it just didn't cut it. And we'll get to hear this here in a bit. So I thought, well, darn it. I shouldn't have to fight this hard. Where you're being super careful of not overdriving it and these kinds of things. Because remember, I'm not really playing a bass guitar. I'm just playing guitar with an octaver. And through this amp, it kind of sounds like a guitar rather than that deep bass sound. So I went in my studio room and pulled out its bigger brother, the Fender Rumble 25. And man, that is a nice bass amp, I think. It's a lot bigger. It has a 8-inch speaker rather than a 6-inch speaker. And the box is a little bit bigger, granted. But remember, these are version 3 amps, so they're very light to begin with. And, well, when I heard the difference, it was a no-brainer that the Rumble 25 really did sound like a bass, right? And the speaker wouldn't fart out. It wouldn't distort, in other words, you know. And it fit right in, and I'll show you that here and now. As you may or may not know, I'm running these in stereo, right? Well, I only had one of the Rumble 25s, which is okay. It works fine, you know, for the bass sounds. However, I could put one on the right side as well. But since I only had one, and I was just curious to see what the price difference was between the Rumble 15 and the Rumble 25. And knew it was quite a bit of difference, but used not so much. You know, so I went hunting around for one just to see what I could find. And of course, I shouldn't have done that because it's a temptation. But I'll be darned if I didn't find a used one in excellent condition for 99 bucks plus tax, so $106, I think it was, right, with free shipping. Now granted it's used, but it looks great and so on. Well, that was a no-brainer for me. In fact, I figured, well, then I saw what the Rumble 15s could go for used, about $80, somewhere in there. So I figured, well, if I'm going to get $80 for the Rumble 15 and I can buy the Rumble 25 at $100, well, that's a difference of $20, right? It's a no-brainer, especially when I heard the sound quality. All of a sudden, the speaker doesn't distort, but also you get that low end of a bass, you know, and it sounds pretty authentic compared to playing through the Rumble 15, right? And it's a real shame because I really love the idea behind the Rumble 15 and the way it looks and things is superb. Unfortunately, sound quality-wise, it's just not meant to handle that kind of low end. So anyway, I went ahead and ordered it, and it should be arriving pretty soon. I mean, it's an unbelievable deal, really, when you come to think of it. You know, because I know the Rumble 25 is in excess of the $200 range, 200 plus, I think 225 or something like that. New. So to find one for $100 free shipping, just be done with it, you know, was a no-brainer, and I'll show you the difference here. Okay, and during the intro, you heard it, and then Nux and things. So here's my simple setup: Nux multi-effects unit, Thunder 99 power amp pedal, powering 2 orange little mini cabinets, and then the Fender Rumble 25, right? Which also, you know, besides being a bass amp for the octaver and so on, it also provides the low end for the 2 little Fender cabinets. So you end up with a really big sound. So here's just a standard sound. I think this has a chorus on it. tons of presets on here, so do something about the volume levels. Let's go with that. And if I just create a loop just using that, right? What we got? That's pretty soft. But I'm glad it's soft because I want to show you the bass difference. Right? So if I switch it to the bass sound here. The Rumble 25. Let's turn it back on the little orange cabinets. let's listen to just the Fender Rumble 25. Now keep in mind the bass emulation is from the Nux, which isn't the greatest, I mean, compared to my pedal board, but it gives you an idea anyway. So let's just loop that. Pretty nice. Alright, now what I'm going to do is swap it out with a little Fender Rumble 15. And we'll hear the difference. Alright, so here's the Fender Rumble 15. And I'll take out the orange amps altogether. Alright, so here's the Rumble 15. Alright, and now we'll switch it over to the Rumble 25. And here's the Rumble 25 turned up. So let's turn on the speakers again. here's the Rumble 15. Okay. So finally I've decided on this setup of the Nux MG300, the Harley Benton power amp, the 2 orange cabinets, and then the Fender Rumble 25. And I just wanted to show you this. I want to approximate the sound of a tube amp, right? I'm used to playing, and this comes awfully close. And all the reverb and all that kind of stuff, it's all coming from that little Nux pedal, you know. And I mean, I've tried some other inexpensive modelers. This one was by far my favorite, mostly because of the sound quality, and the looper is very simple to access as well. Probably do is take that preset, that sound, right? If I want to add a phaser or that kind of thing, I'm going to copy that preset and add the phaser to it and make it another preset, and so on and so on. Pretty cool sounds. And I mean, with that Fender Rumble too, it's awesome. I'll give you an example here. Just okay. Okay, so in any case, just wanted to show you that. I'm going to definitely keep this setup. It's not my main setup with my pedal board or anything, but it's a very small setup that I could definitely play it, coffee house, that kind of thing. Okay, so that about does it for the small setup. I'm very pleased with it. Certainly something I could take anywhere, and play a coffee house or what have you with it. Alright, very good. See you next time. Okay, bye.